again with a jive. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They run with a jive. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Here we go on 4, Tannehill, and it is incomplete.
Partner, we're about halfway through the NFL season now, and I'm thinking for the second half, look at the NFC North and keep an eye on Detroit trying to make a move in that division.
Well, that's interesting. Who else do you have your eye on?
Well, I'm also taking a look at the NFC South, and we thought Atlanta would run away from it from the early part of the season, but keep a hard eye on New Orleans. They have been hot, have won 4 out of their last 5, but let's face it, the story the whole league is watching is in Dallas, in Big D, where Dak Prescott's been incredible as a rookie quarterback, but Tony Romo's getting healthy. Will they make the move back to Romo before the year is out?
To throw his car. Here's Wolford over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. Murray, the lone setback. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Carr. He's got time in the pocket. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's complete to Walford. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Back now in Miami. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr to throw on second down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Wake in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Jarvis Landry past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They send Parker in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try to run with Ajayi. Able to get, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's brought down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line.
Set, blue 10. Blue 10. Dagger, zebra. Ready, 380.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11th.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, 1 broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this game hinges on the right leg of Andrew Franks. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.